Did you miss me? I feel like I've forgotten how to do this. I've been in Europe for like 3 weeks and I don't even know what I'm doing anymore, but I am going to be revealing to you the entirety of the Lethal Cosmetics and SpongeBob SquarePants collection. This video is sponsored by Lethal Cosmetics. Thank you so much for coming back and sponsoring another video on my channel. I have all the pieces here with me. I'm going to show you everything. I'm going to do swatches. I'm going to show you some demos of it. We're going to go through the entire collection and hopefully I remember how to do this. I am a little bit tired. I don't know if you heard about the drama with KLM and Schiphol. I've been stuck in Schiphol for 4 days. I don't love any airport that much, so I just got home yesterday without my bag though, so I don't even have my own brushes with me. I'm a little bit jet lagged, but I opened my packages when I got back yesterday and I saw this collection and I was like, I told my husband, I'm like, oh, this will be the first thing we dive into. And it's okay that I don't have my brushes because there is a brush kit in this collection. Let's go through all of these things. They did give me a non-affiliated code. I will put it here and I will also put details about this entire collection down in the description box. This collection is launching next week on Thursday the 15th and it is so fun, so colorful. I put on blue earrings and a green top because I want to do one of my favorite color combos, which is green, yellow, and blue. And we have that here with me, but we have so many things to go through. Let's start actually with the brush set then. This is in a little brush roll. As you can see, this is an official collab with SpongeBob SquarePants, and there is some face brushes and there are some eye brushes here, and we are going to be using some of these today. I'm very, very excited. And like I said, if you're interested in more details, I will put it down below. I will also link the reveal video that Lethal Cosmetics themselves had on YouTube if you want to check out their reveal video. There is also a 16 hours later. I love that they did. I am not okay, I love SpongeBob SquarePants, but I'm not overly familiar with it. I've watched some of it and I've loved it. One of my nephews absolutely loves it, so I watched it a lot with him when he was younger. But this is the 16 hours later, which is a meme that I use as well, and this is a setting spray and we'll use this last. And this might be the thing that I'm the most excited about in this collection. This is a blotting paper. I love money, so it is called the Mr. Krabs Wallet Blotting Paper, and it has like money blotting papers. If you are like me and you have either oily skin or I have a very oily T-zone, I always have these blotting papers in my purse. They will literally save your makeup, save your day, and make you be able to soak up excess oil in your T-zone or on your face without having to reapply powder. Because sometimes when you just apply more and more and more powder, it just turns into kind of a porridge on your skin. And these kind of blotting papers, like I said, always have it in my purse. They have saved the day, saved the evening so many times, and I'm so excited to have another one. And this one is so cute. Love the packaging. Absolutely ideal. I am so excited. And if you have oily skin like me, cannot recommend something like this enough. There's also, oh my god, there's also some nail polishes in here. Lethal Cosmetics makes really, really cute nail polishes. This one in particular, the light green, it is called the Flying Dutchman. I'm gonna repaint my toenails and this will be the one. But there is a multi-chrome here. You can see it is a green to blue to purple. It is called Underworld. There's also like a sparkly jade green that is called Barb. And then this one. I am so excited about this one. I really, really wanted, I love like fun toenail colors. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Definitely doing that one. It is like a pale pistachio green with like a turquoise shimmer in it. And like I said, this is the Flying Dutchman. I am so excited about that one. We will definitely be doing that. Then there are two lip glosses. These are in these little squeezy tubes with the plastic applicator. There is a shiny sparkly yellow and then there's a shiny sparkly pink. The pink is called Patrick Star and the yellow is called SpongeBob. I actually want to do the pink one. Oh, it smells like strawberry. What does this one smell like? I think this one smells like strawberry. Very fruity. A very fruity smell, but I have like a kind of a pink lip liner on. That is so pretty. Because when I swatched these, I was like, this is such a nice warm pink. I have such dry lips after, like I said, I have been 4 days in an airport. My skin, my lip, my hair, waking up this morning, literally looked in the mirror and my hair was like, ma'am, ma'am, something needs to happen here, okay? There's also 2 jelly blushes and a jelly highlighter in this collection, and the jelly blushes are a little less pigmented than some of the ones I've tried before, which might make them a little bit easier to work with. And the highlighter is a really cool, almost like a green turquoise sparkly highlighter, and I'm very excited to try a jelly highlighter. I want to do the darker one. Let me see. The orangey one, the lighter one, is called Gary. And then this one that is a little bit darker is called Mr. Krabs. Look at that. And I want to do that, but let me get a brush. I feel like there was one. Yeah, this one is going to be perfect. This is like an angled, a little bit more of a firmer brush. It's going to be perfect with this one. I think I'm just, because I've already swatched this and I know what to expect, I think I'm just going to draw on. And then we're going to do the highlighter on top. Because you can see, that's like, that's me losing the brushes on the floor. It's like very easy to work with. Oh, and I also got a pimple here. I'm telling you, these past couple of days have been rough. I'm going to take a little bit more on the brush and I'm just going to blend the edge with that. But I actually think that that looks really pretty. And these you can use on the lips as well, because I've used these jelly blushes on my lips too, and that's worked so beautiful too. That looks so cute actually, and there is one of those little stoppers that you're supposed to put on to keep them fresh. Okay, let's see. Oh my god, I need to get the brushes that I lost on the floor. Let's see if we can get one that could work for the highlighter. Or should I do the same one? You know what? I might do the same brush. And... ooh, there's definitely a green... wrong side. There's definitely a green thing going on. I definitely let this side sit a little bit before I started blending. Don't do that. I think you can see there's definitely a green sheen to that. Cute. Should we do the setting spray before we get in with the eyeshadow palette? Ooh. That? Very light spa-like scent. Very light on the scent. And great sprayer. That is me just realizing that's really great. That sprayer, no drops on my face. Not a lot of scent at all. I would say almost unscented. I hope this one really works, but I feel like it will. But that sprayer, that was a good sprayer. Okay, let's get into the eyeshadow palette, because of course there is an eyeshadow palette. Ooh, there is a makeup bag as well. Let's do that one first. Look at this. It's like a little pirate SpongeBob. That's so cute. And the inside is adorable. This is a custom makeup bag that is a faux leather with a custom pattern satin inside with 2 pouches. And there is a little bit of a, what do we call these in English? An anchor? Is it called an anchor in English? I think it is. In Sweden it's called ankare. I'm pretty sure it's called anchor. And it's really cute. I will say, Lunar Cosmetics makes amazing accessories for collections, and they make a good variety of things. When they do a collab, they just do it right. They make a good variety of things. They make a good selection of things. If you are really loving SpongeBob, you will get like really pretty things, not just good makeup products, but also like good theming and good packaging. And even if you're not into makeup, there will still be things that are like themed around SpongeBob or themed around the collection that they have that you could get if you're not into like colorful makeup or something like that. I actually think that this collection has some really, really good items. I'm very excited. Let's get into the eyeshadow palette. I'm showing you the packaging here because this palette has a little bit of special packaging, and that's something that I really, again, appreciate with Lunar Cosmetics when they do these collabs. They do all the packaging and the collabs different to fit the theming, and this collab tab is made like almost like a little treasure chest. And as you can see, it has a little lock with the key. When you take the lock away, you don't have to store it with the lock. You don't need to keep the key, like you can still close it properly. The palette is beautiful. It's like underwater jewels. It's giving a coral reef, and I'm very excited about it. When I opened this palette last night when I got home, I was like, so excited. And I'm so excited. There's a really bright like Klein blue. There is a SpongeBob yellow, of course. There is a green. So I want to do yellow, green, blue, and then maybe some of these shimmers on the lid because I love a combo like that. So let's zoom in and let's do an eye look. So hear me out. I think we're gonna do String Cheese and Slime River, and is it called Krabs Bob? Again, I don't understand all of these names, but I think that's fine. And then we might do Swashbuckler. And then you see this one in the middle. It's called 36 Clams. It is like an iridescent blue topper. Oh my god, am I close to the microphone? Hello? I have no idea what's going on. So I have put on some primer. I had to dig out a new brush because I brought all of my FO2s in my bag that is still in Amsterdam. I was gonna say rest in peace, but let's hope I get it back. Let's do this one first. It's like a little bit of a fluffier but pinch. You know, I love those. And let's start with String Cheese. And let's put that a little, let's put that a little higher up. Okay. This is mainly gonna be like a transition color, so I'm not putting that down on the lid. Because when you put the blue on top of it, it will turn green. So I'm putting this a little higher up. Because, you know, blue and yellow turns green. So we're putting this a little higher up. And this is going to act as a transition. And I'm just blending the edge. Okay. And then we're doing Slime River, which is the green. And we're putting that further down. And again, this is also going to be just a transition, not between me and the yellow, but a transition between the blue and the yellow. So it makes it easier because this one is already a green. So when they meet, it's just going to be a little bit more, I want to say believable, but like you get what I'm saying. So I'm just doing some green in between. And now I'm switching to a smaller brush. You can see they're pretty similar. This is the one I used before, and now I'm doing a smaller brush. They're a little similar to like the Cinch EO4, EO6 in shape, which means that I'm gonna love these because that's what I love. The darker the color, the smaller the brush. So we're doing a smaller brush for the Krabs Bob. And this is the matte Klein blue. And we're putting this one on the lid. Not in the inner part of the lid, but like the middle of the lid and the outer corner. This is one of these looks where it's like, trust the process. Okay, it's gonna look worse before it looks better. Okay, trust the process. So we're just packing it down first. And then I start like just buffing on the edge. Buff, buff, buff. And then I'm gonna go back with the other brush and the green that I had, and we are going to be using that. I think this will be so cool. I think this will be so cool. And then back with the blue. I think there is a darker blue here as well, yeah, that I can use as like an outer corner. And I'll do a little bit of the yellow String Cheese as well. Okay, so I think before I start with the darker blue or the shimmers, I think I'm going to do something similar. I found some smaller brushes on the lower lash line. I'm just going to use the same colors. Ooh, maybe like a blue eye pen as well. I feel like I have something that could be cool. And just a little bit of the green and blending it out with the yellow. I really like how this is looking. I love these colors together. It always makes me feel like a parrot. I think I'm gonna do the blue eye pen before the shimmer. Okay, so I'm thinking the blue swashbuckler, and I think I will spray it. I'm gonna use the spray here. Just because I want to make sure that I don't get too much fallout. Oh, look at that! I love it! Nothing makes me happier than a really good blue eyeshadow. Like, look at that. And it was like not heavy either. I'm gonna blend it into here a little bit, but I'm loving how that is. Oof. I still get so excited about like makeup products and makeup looks. Like it just, there's something about colorful makeup. It just makes me so happy. I think you can see the iridescent blue on the 36 clams now. I'm gonna spray this one too. I'm using this on the little brush that I used on my lower lash line. And I'm just gonna do a little bit here. Because I just want to have a little bit of iridescent blue here. So I've been using this blue up here, and now I want to use this almost like indigo down in the corner. It is called Dark Magic, and I have this smaller poofy one, and we are going to see... Oh, it picked up a lot. Let's see if we can dust it off. I'm just want to, like, I didn't bother blending too much here in the outer corner because I knew I wanted to put something darker here. Yeah, exactly. Like that. Okay, I think this will be the finished look. Hear me out. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of the string cheese, which is a yellow, in my inner corner. I think that will be cool. I'm putting on a little bit more of highlighter, because why not? And I think the look is done. I love a blue, yellow, and green. And I love that this palette gave me the option for that. Can I just say how much I really enjoy this, like, lip gloss? It's really nice. I really enjoy it. Okay, what do you think? What do you think about this palette? I mean, I love a good colorful palette, and this is definitely that. I really love how this looks. And I also hope that I showed you that, like, a color combo that you can do if you want to mix these colors together. Of course, you can stay with the more berry colors here, or you can do like the blue with the blues and all of that. These two together will probably make a really cool crease as well, because I know a yellow together with a more berry colored usually makes an amazing crease if you work those two together. And I actually kind of feel like these two products are a little bit of, I don't want to say an unsung hero, but like, I am surprised about how excited I am about the blotting papers and the setting spray. No offensive scent, amazing sprayer, perfect for the purse. Love products like this. I know that these two are gonna get well used here in my space. Please let me know what you think about this. I will leave all the details about this collection in the description box down below. Don't forget to check it out to get my discount code, to get the prices and the release time and all of that. This one will be available next Thursday, January the 15th. Thank you again so much, Lethal Cosmetics, for sponsoring this video. I am always so excited about colorful makeup, about indie makeup. It always has my heart. And of course, a European indie brand. I will also leave some information down below about their American warehouse. I know I've talked about this before, but let me mention it again. Lethal Cosmetics does have a US warehouse. So if you're living in the US, they will ship out the collection from the US so that you can skip the tariffs. I didn't mention that in the beginning, but they have had this for a while, and I thought I'd mention it again just so I don't forget, but I'll put even more information in the description box. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for all the kind words about me deciding to take a little bit of a step back from the internet, not having a schedule anymore, and just uploading when I feel like it about the things that actually make me super excited, and just doing the kind of videos that I like to do, which is just colorful things. I will do more new makeup releases, but it will not be tomorrow due to everything that was going on with me being stuck in the airport. I'm a little bit behind on everything, and quite honestly, I don't want to stress myself. I have so many things that I need to do behind the scenes, so I'll try and do new makeup releases for next week, because we do have a lot of things to talk about. But before then, remember, this collection launches on Thursday. I hope you have a great day, and I cannot wait to see what you think down in the comments.